live stream keeps kicking
Station parking using taxiway Whiskey 8, Whiskey Cross Runway for Whiskey 6, Cessna 2 November Papa. Minneapolis ground, American Tree 280, Gate Echo 1 Tree, information Oscar. Request pushback. American. Minneapolis ground, Delta 26905, taxi to the gate. Delta 26905, taxi to Gate Golf for via taxiway Sierra Mike Whiskey Cross Runway for Whiskey Charlie Cross Runway, 12 right Charlie Alpha Delta Bravo.
Jesus name Christ.
Minneapolis ground, SkyWest 4130, Gate Charlie 26, information Oscar. Request pushback. SkyWest 4130, Minneapolis ground. Pushback approved. Minneapolis ground, SkyWest 4130, requesting pushback. SkyWest 4130, pushback request accepted. Minneapolis ground, Sun Country Tree 44. Request taxi to the gate. Sun Country Tree 44. Taxi to Gate Foxtrot 4 using taxiway Sierra Mike Whiskey Cross Runway for Whiskey Charlie Cross Runway, 12 right Charlie Alpha Delta Bravo.
Alright, Whiskey 6, we'll turn on to that.
Minneapolis ground, SkyWest 4130 with Oscar, ready to taxi, IFR.
And we're looking
SkyWest
for a marshaller. I'm
going
gonna guess
taxi
they're
to
over
and hold
here
short of
by
runway, 12 right using taxiway Quebec Cross Runway, 22 Quebec Mike Bravo Alpha, 10. Contact tower
love
on
these beautiful
126.7 when ready.
The graphics can be a bit disappointing at times, but at least they're doing their best.
If you could see the screen right now, you might not be saying that.
Is it really that bad? I can only imagine what it looks like.
She's pretty fucking rough, I'll be honest with you. And I'm not finding our marshaller, so we're in the right taxi area, right? Yeah, we're in the parking area.
Gotcha. It seems like we're in the right taxi area, but no sign of the marshallers.
SkyWest 4130. Acknowledge last transmission.
It's just not interesting.
I don't think interesting is the proper word. This is atrocious.
Yeah, you're right. This is definitely not interesting. It's just plain bad.
Alright, we're going to restart this flight now that we have gotten here. We're going to go ahead and cut our throttle, and we'll turn off our battery, and then we're just going to go right to end flight.
Sounds good. We'll cut the throttle and turn off the battery, then end the flight. Alright, engine off. All set. And we connect. Yes.
And now, what we're going to do is basically go to the same place we just stopped at, and start a flight there. hope that the graphics are
Sounds like
better.
a plan. Go back to the same spot we were just at and start the new flight from there.
And then pray to God that the graphics are better.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's hope for better graphics this time around.
If you're questioning whether it looks better or not, the answer
Sorry,
is
I
no.
thought you were saying something else. But yeah, let's cross our fingers for better graphics. Haha, definitely not an improvement. It seems like we're stuck with the same subpar graphics for now.
But why? This is running on a dedicated server to this simulator being streamed to me. It should not be this bad.
Agreed, given the dedicated server and streaming, the graphics should be much better. It's disappointing to see it performing this badly.
Like this building, can't even make out what that sign says. That's so disappointing.
Yeah, it's frustrating when even basic details like a sign are hard to make out. It really takes away from the immersion.
I mean, do I restart the sim at this point and hope for it to be better? Because this is just pretty bad.
Given how bad the graphics are at this point, it might be worth a shot to restart the simulator and hope for a noticeable improvement.
I agree with Order right now.
Go ahead and restart the sim. Maybe we'll get lucky and the graphics will miraculously improve.
That's usually how it goes with this piece of shit for some reason.
Yeah, it's frustrating when the simulator doesn't live up to expectations consistently. But hopefully restarting will help with the graphics issues we were seeing.
It's like, goddamn, I just want to fly my plane and have it be pretty. Is it too much to ask?
Haha, I hear you. It's frustrating when you just want to enjoy a smooth and enjoyable flight, but you're stuck with frustrating glitches and glitches.
Glitches and glitches, yes.
Makes it hard to enjoy the game. We immerse ourselves.
I'm debating if I'm gonna have myself a bowl of cereal.
That sounds nice. Enjoy your cereal with your frustrated nerves.
Frustrated is right. Like, just fucking work at this point.
I can sense your frustration, and I totally get it. Hang in there. Hopefully the game will keep you gotcha. Let's try this game. Let's go.
Alright, we're back to the start screen. We're gonna go ahead and head down to free flight. No, not And then we're gonna run on up to KMSP.
Sounds good. Green light. Here we go. We're headed back to KMS.
Going on parking ramp 2. We'll start her up.
Gotcha. We're heading for the parking ramps. We'll start with the...
You know, I always forget there's a cemetery right down here by the parking.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about the cemetery near the parking area.
I think it's a military cemetery. I don't know which one it is or nothing about it, but always kind of interesting, I suppose.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see a cemetery near an airport. It's possible it's a military cemetery, but we don't really know the specifics.
Do you know which airport has 2 graves in the runway?
It's an interesting question. It's not something that usually happens, so it might be rare to find graves on the runway. We did some research and found it's a small private airport which does have 2 graves on it.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you got it. It's really good time, Joe. It's indeed a unique sight to see.
These graphics, holy shit.
It's definitely it's not the smoothest, but definitely it's definitely has to be.
I'd say that the buildings look better, the people and planes look much worse. The little trolleys and stuff don't look too good either. That always looks fun.
Yeah, I agree. It's not useful, but it's disappointing to see that the people it's not up to all. Those trolleys look
Alright, hopping in the plane here, battery on, lights on, mixture full, rich.
battery on, lights on, and engines running strong. Let's get ready for takeoff.
Go ahead and grab our ATIS.
Copy that. Tuning in.
Minneapolis Airport Information, Quebec. 2000 Zulu. Wind 076 at tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 4,700 feet broken. Temperature 14.
3004.
Dew point 2. Altimeter tree 004.
Got it. Set to ATIS frequency.
We'll tune back to ground and we will request departure to the north.
Minneapolis ground, Cessna November 172, November Papa. Request taxi for north departure with Quebec.
Cessna November 172, November Papa. Taxi to and hold short of runway 12, right via taxiway Whiskey 6 Whiskey Cross runway 22 Whiskey Whiskey 10. Contact tower on 126.7 when ready.
Hold short of 12 right via taxiway Whiskey 6, Whiskey to cross runway 22, Whiskey 10.
Roger that. Holding short of taxiway Whiskey 6, cross
Taxi
runway
2 and hold short runway 12 right via taxiway Whiskey 6 Whiskey cross runway 22 Whiskey 10, Cessna 2 November Papa.
Alright, Whiskey 6, Whiskey. We'll turn on to Whiskey here.
Roger that. We'll turn on to Whiskey 6. We're all set.
Now we're taxiing on Whiskey. What was our next? We're crossing runway 22, Whiskey 10 is what we're looking for.
Correct. We're crossing runway 2 to Whiskey. Keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, Sun Country 737 here off on our right. Big old plane.
Oh yeah, I see him. That's Sun Country's 737 coming in hot. Looks like they're in a descent now.
Actually, they're sitting here. It looks like they're sitting in the goddamn grass, actually. I wonder if they had a little bit of a runoff on the runway here.
Oh, that's interesting. It does look like they're sitting on the grass. Maybe they had a bit of a mishap during landing.
I honestly ain't too sure what's going on there. I'm gonna pretend it's not happening and continue taxiing on Whiskey here.
Haha, that's a good idea. Let's ignore that and keep taxiing on Whiskey here.
Alright, cross runway 22. We're heading on Whiskey. We're looking for what then?
Alright, we're crossing runway 22 and we're heading on Whiskey. Next, we're looking for Whiskey, right?
I think we're looking for Whiskey 10, ain't we?
That's correct. We're heading for Whiskey 10 after crossing runway 22.
Very long taxi.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That's a pretty long taxi distance.
Looks like we got Whiskey 9 off our right.
Yeah, you're right. We've got Whiskey 1 and 9 off our right. We'll make sure to steer clear of their flight path.
And we're taxiing on to taxiway Whiskey 10 now. We'll hold at the hold short and request takeoff.
Alright, we're taxiing on taxiway Whiskey 10, almost at the hold short. Let's hold it there and request takeoff.
Alright, Minneapolis Tower, request takeoff VFR to the north.
Minneapolis Tower, Cessna November 172 November Papa. Ready for north departure at runway 12 right.
Cessna November 172 November Papa. Altimeter tree 00 for departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 12 right.
Clear for takeoff, runway
Cleared for
12
takeoff,
right,
runway
172
12
November
right.
Papa.
Cessna 2 November Papa.
Roger that. Clear for takeoff on runway 12, right? Cessna 172 November proper. You're good to go.
Clear on the left, got traffic about 10 miles out. Lining up on the runway, and we'll go ahead and keep her rolling. We'll go full throttle and turn on our landing light. quick, turn off our taxi light. And we're looking for V1.
Affirmative. Looking for a good distance to B1 as we accelerate down the runway. Landing light is on, taxi light off, and we're counting down to B1.
V1, rotate. It looks like we have some... Oh my god, there's a bunch of people taking off. There's one taking off from the right of me, one taking off right in front of me, and somebody crossing the runway. I don't know what the fuck these controllers are doing.
Yeah, looks like there's chaos down there in the taxiway and runway. I'm not sure what the hell is going on, but it's definitely not good.
Somebody's taking off. Rocks.
Cessna 2 November Papa. Continue for north departure.
Yeah, looks like a plane named from Santa Claus.
Minneapolis Tower, Cessna November 172 November Papa, continue for north departure.
Literally, we almost ran right into somebody. Actually, 3 different people almost collided. I can't believe they had somebody taking